Good evening, everybody. All right, so back in Global Rescue, my Orlando build here will be unlocking the fire department shortly. Trying to get everything set up still. All right, so on with some calls real quick. Toddler.
A caller reports an intoxicated man harassing people and vandalizing property. Location, Tinkham Avenue.
All right, so all the patrols are out on the road. See where I'm going to build a firehouse. Didn't necessarily mind if the firehouse is like right here. Able to build it there. They just all do refuel.
The parents are not certain that the child left the house. Choose where you'd like to start the search.
I noticed, or I think from last time, um,
The
kids
man
always.
seems to be intoxicated. You can try to calm him down or arrest him immediately.
He's on a rampage, so you know what? Go ahead and get arrested. Fueling and
At the scene, someone had parked in a way that blocked another driver. This led to a dispute.
oh,
The missing toddler was successfully located in their own home and no further assistance is required.
hooray! Kid found.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
All right, let's transport this guy to prison.
The dispute was resolved and the obstructing vehicle has driven away.
Here. get you refueled. All right, so step the fire department, build base. Okay. Base. I'm gonna put them pretty centralized. Get around. Have them. All right. So there. Do the entrance so that way they can just go left or right from there. Streets. The hall. Large parking spaces. To the station. You'd extend the hall and hit the road. I just do the office as well. That. Do parking space. Hooray, I'm gonna beef. Door. Oh. Desks. Four. Stuff. toilets. Toilets. Plant there. Okay. Why not? Like to get seen using the bathroom, right? Kitchen. That. What the key in there? Bedroom. Proud new. Beds. Space open. Door. There. Get right there. Off. Get a window. putting little decorations, it builds up the increased satisfaction of your. So, yeah, I'm happier. Boys. Guess I could do a break. Room, break room, break room. Who's balling? Face. Here. Okay. Gonna do. All right, so we're good. Our employees. Stick some chairs out here. I can expand dispatchers if needed for that. All right, so employees, fighters,
Attention,
dispatches.
exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed. OPD 2 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting instructions. Prominent lawyer in a double homicide case is receiving death threats from the defendant. It has now been reported that the defendant is present at the lawyer's house. Send officers to check the situation. Location, Hollybury Drive.
4.
OPD 5 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting
Trucks.
instructions. A shop reports a shoplifting incident. The perpetrator has to be picked up and arrested. Location, Metro by T-Mobile. A pedestrian discovered a plastic bag containing what appears to be a woman's body in a bush. Police officers must be dispatched
All right,
quickly
let's
to
get
secure evidence.
these people
Location, Manatee
respond.
Street.
Plastic bag.
Witnesses claim to have seen the perpetrator on the property. Locate him and make the arrest. The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
All right.
The witness statements were recorded.
Report that guy to prison.
The perpetrator has been located and agreed to surrender. Make the arrest.
Cool.
Evidence was successfully secured, and the contents of the plastic bag can now be examined. The witness statements were recorded. Officers inspected the contents of the plastic bag and discovered that it contained not a body, but a doll. The investigation has been closed. The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
You can now add a fitness room to your base where your employees can do their workouts. This keeps them fit and helps them complete tasks more quickly during missions.
Everybody's fueled up, washed. Good.
A tree is blocking a road and needs to be removed. Location, Colchester Drive.
Now we got some actual
A physical altercation between several persons was reported.
fire department
Location, Semorin Boulevard.
calls out now.
OPD 5 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting instructions. Several people were robbed by an unknown individual at a swimming pool. Location, Secluded Oaks Drive. Witnesses must be interviewed regarding the incident. A motorist attempted to drive past, resulting in scratches to their vehicle. The damage must be documented for insurance purposes. A burglary has been reported in a residential building. The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building. Location, Matlock Street. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed. A neighborhood dispute threatens to escalate. Fire Engine 1 has arrived at Triana Road and is awaiting instructions.
So some of the
Call was
calls
successfully brought to an
require
end.
police and fire. So like this one,
The tree has been successfully removed and the road is
the
clear
police
again.
have to do the record damage.
A slippery surface caused by an oil spill was reported at an intersection. Location, Vista Linda Drive.
Fire truck to Bill.
OPD 4 has arrived at robbery at swimming pool and is awaiting instructions. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The dispute escalated, resulting in extensive damage to property. The witness statements were recorded. The witness statements were recorded. The oil spill has been successfully cleaned up. The witness statements were recorded.
Yeah, so I try to get everybody, like, if they're in the area, then I'll assign them to, you know, the closest
A water
assignment.
pipe has burst in a residential
Less for
building.
them to travel.
Turn off the water and pump the basement dry. Location, Winter Oaks Lane. A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be resolved. Location, 7-Eleven. A customer is demanding the marked price, but the salesperson insists on the higher amount shown at the register.
Yeah, so once you start unlocking the different entities, you get money pretty quick because calls come in fairly often.
The parties involved cannot reach an agreement. The product remains in the store.
Yeah, so certain creators, like you saw, they actually put, you know, E1 on here for engine 1. I think there's an engine 2 little ski as well, so I could get that and actually, like, have them particular. So they look correctly, but whether or not if you care or not about that. There. Cooler wash.
Attention, storm. Strong winds can uproot trees, damage gas pipes, and cause power cuts.
Presence patrol.
A smoke detector has reported the development of smoke. It must be checked whether a fire has broken out. Location, Bunting Avenue. The traffic lights at an intersection have failed. Traffic must be directed manually. Location, Maddox Street.
Yeah, when it comes to the medical unlock, it's kind of confusing of which units you need to send, because there's, like, you'll have
A tree is blocking
doctors,
the road
and then you
needs to be
also have, like,
removed.
paramedics,
Location, Swafield Drive.
and trying to figure out which situation needs what. I I think that's where I was kind of not doing
The
so.
emergency responders entered the building and determined that it was a false alarm. A building is on fire and needs to be extinguished. Location, Barnsley Drive. A crowd of people has formed around the burning building. OPD 5 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting instructions. OPD 3 has arrived at traffic light failure and is awaiting instructions. A drone has been reported. We need to verify that all regulations are being followed. Location, Hoffner Avenue. The problem has been solved and the traffic light is working again. The tree has been
Over there.
successfully removed and the road is clear again.
Kids over there.
An exhibitionist has exposed himself to passersby and must be apprehended. Location, Semoran Boulevard.
This one, ideally, probably having 2 engines on here would be good.
OPD 3 has arrived at drone and is awaiting instructions.
So,
The crowd is now at a safe distance from the fire. The fire has been successfully extinguished.
yeah, so I guess
No
if you have like this
suspects can be
double layering
found.
right here, you can just rotate
Witnesses must be interviewed regardless, and a report must be filed.
that route.
The drone operator was located and verified. All necessary documentation was provided.
Get another.
The witness
It-
statements were recorded.
Now I can get water tender. Ladder truck as well. What's that? Get a ladder truck as well. That. All right, so let me get some more firefighters. All right. Be in the water tender. I think Orlando had a water tender truck, so I just went with. Her.
people were robbed by an unknown individual at a swimming pool. Location
Cops
Deer
just
Road.
extra backup.
Witnesses must be interviewed regarding the incident. A teenager has become stuck in a baby swing. Observe the situation and decide how to free them.
The fire needs to go to baby swing. Fire drill. Fuel.
A car has crashed into a fire hydrant. The vehicle is badly damaged and water is flooding the area, but no injuries have been sustained. The water supply must be shut off and the situation further assessed. Location, Commander Drive. Choose to use either the Halligan tool or the Jaws of Life to pry the swing apart. OPD-1 has arrived at robbery at swimming pool and is awaiting instructions. The teenager has been successfully freed from the baby swing using the Jaws of Life. The witness statements were recorded. A slippery surface caused by an oil spill was reported at an intersection. Location, Camberline Drive, Malcross Drive. The water supply has been shut off and the damage has been documented for insurance purposes.
First.
Attention, exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed. A passerby has reported a vehicle without a license plate. Location, Turnbull Drive.
What? Meeting.
Engine 1 has arrived at Oil Spill on Road and is awaiting instructions. A person has reported that their bicycle has been stolen. Evidence must be secured. Location, Fairfax Street. The oil spill has been successfully cleaned up. Officers have located the vehicle without a license plate. The driver is attempting to flee. The hit and run was successfully prevented.
That guy. Jacob, what's up?
The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The witnesses must now be interviewed. OPD-1 has arrived at bicycle theft and is awaiting instructions. The witness statements were recorded.
Have you been?
The perpetrator was found based on the evidence and must be arrested. The witnesses must be questioned.
They're good. Good.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Question.
The witness statements were recorded.
Your efforts are impressive, and I would therefore like to entrust. You can.
Now I'm able to unlock the rescue, but I'm gonna hold off on that one. So the rescue is like the medical people, that stuff. That'll be the ambulance doctors. Going to prison. We'll appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't been streaming the past couple days. Been relaxing for the most part and out with the family. Boarding. Get some fuel.
A minor accident occurred while parking. The damage must be documented and witnesses must be interviewed. Location, Fairfax Street. Fuel has leaked from a truck. Due to the expected rain, any remaining fuel could end up in the storm drains. Location, 7-Eleven. Roof tiles are threatening to fall onto the street from a residential building. Eliminate the hazard as quickly as possible. Location, Sunderland Drive.
About that one.
A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, Semorin Boulevard. OPD-4 has arrived at accident in a parking lot and is awaiting instructions. The leaking fuel has been successfully removed. The hazard has been eliminated. The damages were documented.
How was your weekend, Jacob?
The brawl was successfully brought to an end. The witness statements were recorded. A cat is stuck in a tree and needs to be rescued. Location, Abercorn Drive.
Yeah, don't give anybody your account information because they're just trying to
A water
scam
pipe
you.
has burst in a residential building. Turn off the water and pump the basement dry. Location, Kempston Drive.
Little FYI on that one. That's how they get into your account and try to steal your information and or just buy stuff.
A group of youths is harassing other people on the street. Conduct identity checks and question civilians.
That's stuck in a
Location, Camberlane
tree.
Drive.
See.
OPD 5 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting instructions. The cat has been rescued.
Two units there.
The youth group was successfully inspected and nothing was found. Attention, exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed. A shop reports a shoplifting incident. The perpetrator has to be picked up and arrested. Location, Metro by T-Mobile. A pedestrian discovered a plastic bag containing what appears to be a woman's body in a bush. Police officers must be dispatched quickly to secure evidence. A prominent lawyer in a double homicide case is receiving death threats from the defendant. It has now been reported that the defendant is present at the lawyer's house. Send officers to check the situation. Location, Longview Drive. The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Well, that's good. Did you watch anything good over the weekend?
The witness statements were recorded. A burglary was reported at a residential building. The perpetrators gained entry through the patio door. Evidence must be secured and a report filed. Location, Turnbull Drive. Additional officers are required to keep reporters and press at a safe distance. Evidence was successfully secured and the contents of the plastic bag can now be examined. The officers inspected the contents of the plastic bag and indeed found a human body. An investigation into a possible homicide has been launched. Witnesses claim to have seen the perpetrator on the property. Locate him and make the arrest. A tree is blocking a road and needs to be removed. Location, Hoffner Avenue. A stray animal has been reported. Arrangements must be made for transport to a shelter. Location, Kennedy Avenue. A motorist attempted to drive past, resulting in scratches to their vehicle. The damage must be documented.
Got anything planned for that?
Purposes. A dog was left in a car that is getting hotter and hotter. Location, Fairfax Street. The crowd was successfully brought under control. The witness statements were recorded. OPD 1 has arrived additional task and is awaiting instructions. The forensic team has arrived and is beginning to collect the evidence at the scene. An animal welfare complaint has been filed against the owners. The owners must be identified. The perpetrator has equipped a large
In case I don't
additional units may be required to
stream
disarm him.
on the day of your birthday, happy early birthday.
The report has been filed. Traces of blood suitable for DNA analysis were found and collected. Numerous
Okay.
complaints have been received because the tree has still not been removed.
On him.
The animal ran away.
No. Up there.
The dog was successfully rescued
Nice.
and tended to.
What type of phone you're looking at getting?
The perpetrator was disarmed. Make the arrest. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task record damage and are waiting for new instructions.
Peace. Okay.
The owners have been identified.
Yeah, that's what I
as
have, a
the heavy
Samsung. Like I'm not too on like Apple phones. Like they're fine, but I just don't get the hype over them. And like the only Apple products that I actually really enjoy are iPad. Because to me, for tablet wise, nobody had. Like I had a Samsung tablet and it sucked. Battery life terrible. Whether if it didn't like last very long, because even I bought one like a year or two ago. It lasted like 2 months before it just stopped working. I don't know what. But yeah, iPads are really good. I currently also have the Google Pixel
A slippery surface
tablet right
caused
now,
by
and
an
it's
oil
been pretty
spill was
good.
reported at
I
an
haven't
intersection.
had any issues with it. I've had it for
Location,
I think
Conway
about a
Oaks
year
Court.
now.
A drunk man damaging property has been reported. Location, Gatlin Avenue.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that. But yeah, just don't ever give anybody your account information. There's no reason to. Like, obviously, like I mean, the only thing you would maybe give, like if a person wanted to play with you, would be
A car has
your
crashed into a fire hydrant. The vehicle
your
is
gamer
badly
tag.
damaged
That's
and
it.
water is
But
flooding
don't
the
give
area,
anything.
but no
Like,
injuries
don't
have
give
been
your password.
sustained.
Don't
The water
give
supply must be shut
email
off
address
and
or
the
anything like
situation
that.
further assessed. Location, Phillips Oaks Lane.
Because if you give them your email address, then they can attempt to do like a password reset, but they would obviously have to have access to your email. But just the less information to give them, the better. But
Roof tiles are threatening to fall onto the street from a residential building.
all right, let's
Eliminate the hazard as quickly as possible. Location, Tinkham Avenue.
do cool. Backlog here. Gosh. Crash. Water tender to the playground.
The traffic lights at an intersection have failed. Traffic must be directed manually. Location, Sandra Lane,
I don't
Haynes
know.
Circle. Attention, exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed. The defective traffic light caused a traffic accident. A burglary has been reported in a residential building.
Yeah,
The
that's all
suspected
you should ever get.
perpetrator is still in
It's
the
just a
area
gamer
of the
tag. That's
building.
it. If
Location,
someone's at,
Sunderland Drive.
if they're
Several
being
residents witnessed the incident and should
rude
be interviewed.
in general about something so minuscule, like, do you
Ladder
playing with
truck
them
1
anyway?
has arrived at loose roof tiles, storm damage, and is awaiting instructions. A person has reported that their bicycle has been stolen. Evidence must be secured. Location, Fairfax Street. OPD 5 has arrived at traffic light failure and is awaiting instructions. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The problem has been solved and the traffic light is working again.
Wash. Ladder truck.
The witness statements were recorded.
Yeah, so this game's pretty fun. You just got to do task manage, basically.
The evidence could not be secured in time and the perpetrator can no longer be found.
Gonna be firefighter. Vehicle. What car?
A cat is stuck in a tree and needs to be rescued. Location, Dixie Bell Drive.
Guess that maybe I just can't buy it yet.
A water pipe has burst in a residential building. Turn off the water and pump the basement dry. Location, Brown Bark Drive.
Oh, neat. Then the base.
A smoke detector has reported the development of smoke. It must be checked whether a fire has broken out. Location, Semorin Boulevard.
Cool.
Fuel has leaked from a truck. Due to the expected rain, any remaining fuel could end up in the storm drains. Location, racetrack. The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task searching for a missing cat and are waiting for new instructions. Engine 2 has arrived at water in basement after a burst pipe and is awaiting instructions. The emergency responders entered the building and determined that it was a false alarm.
Oh, it's here. So is this going to be your first phone or what? Nice, nice.
Since the cat was not rescued, the owner has called another rescue service.
Too slow. Apartment.
Attention festival. Many people in a confined space could attract pickpockets. A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location Semorin Boulevard. An illegal street flea market is taking place. Counterfeit brand name goods have been reported. Check the situation. Location Hoffner Avenue. The brawl was successfully brought to an end.
Is this illegal flea market?
A drunk man has become aggressive towards the staff of an establishment. Location Metro by T-Mobile. A tree is blocking a road and needs to be removed. Location Lanai Drive. A building is on fire and needs to be extinguished. Location Gatlin Avenue. A crowd of people has formed around the burning building. No flea market was found. OPD4 has arrived. Aggressive drunk man and is awaiting instructions.
Big fire.
A stray animal has been reported. Arrangements must be made for transport to a shelter. Location Emercon Place. Arrest the drunk man for assault. Residents have reported the smell of smoke. The situation needs to be investigated. Location Hoffner Avenue. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The fire has been successfully extinguished. The tree has been successfully removed and the road is clear again. OPD3 has arrived at burning building and is awaiting instructions.
Ladder truck camp.
escaped from a trailer. The smell of smoke turned out to be a false alarm.
The
calf was
Old.
caught and loaded back onto the truck.
Oh, so that would be one that I would need. Birch. I've. Nice. Okay.
A 17-year-old girl reported hearing strange noises coming from her brother's apartment and fears he might be in danger. Location, Barnsley Drive. A slippery surface caused by an oil spill was reported at an intersection. Location, Hoffner Avenue. Roof tiles are threatening to fall onto the street from a residential building. Eliminate the hazard as quickly as possible. Location, Semorin Boulevard.
All right, so back to the faster.
Engine 1 has arrived at Oil Spill on Road and is awaiting instructions. Ladder Truck 1 has arrived at Loose Roof Tiles, Storm Damage, and is awaiting instructions.
All right.
The officers questioned the 17-year-old. They could also hear the noises coming from the apartment. Despite knocking, ringing the doorbell, and calling out, the brother did not respond. The fire department must force the door open. The oil spill has been successfully cleaned up. The hazard has been eliminated. The door has been opened and the apartment can now be entered. Callers report a danger zone. Get an overview of the situation at the scene. Location, Hoffner Avenue. The sister's concern turns out to be unfounded. The brother is fine and obviously in a great mood. He was having a good time with his girlfriend and simply didn't notice the world around him. Attention, heat wave. High temperatures lead to more health problems. The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task. Check playground for safety hazards and are waiting for new instructions.
Told you which service
A
was
tree
needed.
has caught fire and must be extinguished quickly before the fire spreads. Location, Kempston Drive. A small fire has broken out at a campsite. A vehicle has broken down in the middle of the road and must be removed from the roadway. extinguished. No campers were injured.
Presence patrol.
The fire has been successfully extinguished.
Film recording.
The danger zone has been secured.
I've unlocked. Oh, let's build them a gym. Extra station. Pick. There. There. Kind of like the layout of the fire base. This one. This kind of, which I guess I could move it. I might do. This out. This bigger. All. Okay. Sleeping quarters a lot bigger. Okay. On how I had it laid out. Didn't. Sure. Yeah. Bathroom bigger as well. But Probably shouldn't make it. Yeah, it just depends on what I'm feeling of like what I'm watching. I watch a lot of like history stuff, car stuff, uh, conspiracy stuff, some podcasts. One group of they do like other videos as well, but they do podcasts. They do like some ghost hunting, um, and then they do like some like history stuff as well. So they kind of cover all the subjects that I watch. Um, which I'm trying to think like what their actual channel's called because like they started. I think the original one was called like Watch Your TV, um, and that's their primary channel that they do, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, kitchen. Thanks, all right. Countertop. How many people are not gonna make? I guess I could. I guess it doesn't matter. That's, I guess I could. Grab it. Here. So go there. Trying to think of the most. I think today, primarily just our stuff. Movies Garage is one of them. Is one of the primary ones I watch, and then Matt's Off Road Recovery, where he does just off road recovery out of Utah. So a lot of pretty scenery out there. That's good. Just puts them outside. Get some bed. Effect of it. Gas
A
explosion.
gas explosion has occurred at a residential property and the fire must be extinguished. Location, Darwood Drive. The
Water
road
tank.
near the incident must be closed to prevent onlookers from gathering at the scene. A caller has reported a noise disturbance. The situation must be assessed on site and de-escalated if necessary. Location, Kaliwa Lane. A silent alarm was triggered in a shop. Location, 7-Eleven. OPD-4 has arrived at additional task and is awaiting instructions. Evacuated individuals will be staying with friends or family. Temporary accommodation is not required. A cat is stuck in a tree and needs to be rescued. Location, Turnstone Avenue. The road near the incident was closed. The cause of the noise was identified and appropriate measures were taken.
Disturbance.
The fire has been successfully extinguished.
No cops. Where are they at? There's some. Oh, probably 'cause they're all in the van.
A teenager has become stuck in a baby swing. Observe the situation and decide how to free them. The perpetrator managed to escape with their loot. OPD-2 has arrived at noise disturbance and is awaiting instructions. The witness statements were recorded. Callers report shouting and banging noises in the area. Location, Commander Drive. The cat has been rescued. Choose to use either the Halligan tool or the Jaws of Life to pry the swing apart.
All right. Welcome back.
The teenager has been successfully freed from the baby swing using the Jaws of Life.
Okay. think it
Fuel
might
has
just be
leaked
you
from a
now.
truck. Due to the expected rain, any remaining fuel could end up in the storm drains. Location 7-Eleven. A person knocked over benches and tables in front of a small shop after getting into an argument with the owner. The person will be banned from the premises. The person complied with the expulsion order.
Now they can relax. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I only see one. I don't know. I don't know like how quick it refreshes and all that stuff. I never really tell how many people are currently watching or.
The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task fuel leakage and are waiting for new instructions.
Cool. That one. Sometimes with this game, if I sign, it doesn't automatically.
The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task. Check restaurant for compliance with youth protection laws and are waiting for new instructions. Attention festival. Many people in a confined space could attract pickpockets. A shop reports a shoplifting incident. The perpetrator has to be picked up and arrested. Location Dollar Tree.
Wash.
A pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location Arrow Road. A caller reports a scooter without a license plate. Location Gulfstream Bay Court. A drunk man has become aggressive towards the staff of an establishment. Location Southeast Branch. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The witness statements were recorded.
Dirty.
A slippery surface caused by an oil spill was reported at an intersection. Location Turnstone Avenue, Darwood Drive. The perpetrator has escaped and can no longer be found. Roof tiles are threatening to fall onto the street from a residential building. Eliminate the hazard as quickly as possible. Location Hoffner Avenue. A small fire has broken out at a campsite. taskman for assault. The driver escaped on the scooter.
Quick.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The hazard has been eliminated. The fire was extinguished. No campers were injured.
And
The oil spill has been successfully cleaned up.
all right. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream here. If I can get some dinner. Not sure if I'm going to be back on later tonight, but appreciate everyone that has stopped by. Jacob, as always, in. Well, probably the next one on this, I'll be unlocking the rescue, where I'll get a little more chaotic and start losing my happy face and start going to the